No, it hadn't started yet. Oh, wow. Leslie, we're going to have to start that over. I've been talking to you people for 10 minutes. For some reason, there's a new button where you have to say start live stream. I was live already. I was talking. I haven't done this in several years, so I don't know what to do. Why do I have to click start live stream? That's weird. Kyle is here. Hey, Kyle. I've been talking to you guys for 10 minutes straight. And then I saw that it said preview. That's new. It should just go live. I'm so sorry. I mean, do I have to repeat the first 10 minutes? Let's do this, Leslie. Get rid of the bug. We do it all again. We pretend this never happened.
Get rid of what?
Get rid of the bug.
What is a bug?
That's the bug.
What do you call the bug?
They call it a bug. I don't know. So we'll start and I pretend it never happened. Here we go. How do I? Here we go. Hey, Katana's here. And then at some point I said hello and all that stuff. That already happened. Leslie was doing all the nice graphics. And then I was saying what you're hearing is, of course, the recently reviewed Nano Cortex, which we have on the table, being powered with a power bank that's on the floor there. So you can literally take this anywhere. So, yeah. And I just have the guitar and the Nano Cortex because otherwise I look a little bit weird. Here's my new Amplified Nation amp that I cloned profile. Dumbly. And Dumble-esque. Also blue. Ah. Tomorrow, Michiel, there's going to be a old man yelling at clouds video about what's happened to metal. Old fart talking about modern metal. Also said, Michiel, that you're just here to make mean comments and not be, you know, supportive in the chat. And that hopefully Valeria monitors you. But that's not going to happen because A, she's not here, and B, you're a moderator, so I don't know if a moderator can moderate a moderator. Today, of course, you might not have seen that, but we have the top cam. I am sporting my robot shoes. Because, you know, once in a while, you got to be a robot. Okay. So, Q&A. And that's how I noticed that none of you could see me, because I said, shoot some questions. And then Christoph was all about chats and, you know, hey, Henning's giving me time. I wasn't. I was here. I was already talking to you. It was just someone who hadn't pushed the button yet. Well, Mr. Mettler, tomorrow you will have a nice rant about that metal's all weird now. Michiel wants to see his wiener, Leslie. Hey, Steve's here too. Snoopy! Say hi to your daddy. Come here, Snoopy. Come here. Come here. Yeah, hello. Oh, come here. Okay, this is Michiel's wiener. We are right now stroking it and taking care of it. Because Michiel can't sleep when his wiener's at home. So apparently, we are sleeping with Michiel's wiener. That's Snoopy. Okay, back to actual. Does anyone have actual questions? I work all week doing these videos, and maybe during one of them you're like, "Hey, does this have MIDI?" Or some actual questions, and not like what's the universe all about? Because I don't have answers. This week, less answers than usually, if you know what I mean. Robot cheese feet? Why cheese? No, those are just normal robot feet. Hey, Noodle. There's my Noodle and Michiel's wiener. Sometimes they touch. Get it? What about Presonus charging new users $199? An upgrade for previous users $149. For what's Presonus charging for Studio One? Is that happening? Upgrade $149 and brand new $199. Hey you two. Hello. I'm working here. Hey Noodle 999. Is that happening? That seems weird. I just upgraded to Cubase 14, and from 13 that's $99. And the actual regular Cubase, if you buy it brand new, it's like 600 or something. What do you have there? What do you have there? That's your sock. Leslie, he pulled off the sock. Oh! You're not supposed to pull that. Give it to Muddy. Give it to Muddy. Noodle. Go. He has a toenail issue for the third time now, and it's just healing, and he's supposed to have the sock on. So yeah, if that's what's happening with Presonus, that's not really cool. How's the Fractal F9 going for me? Played with them quite a bit. FM3, FM9, and the XFX. And in December, Bernd Kills, who's the absolute pro on all this stuff, is coming here, including including bringing the new VP4, I think it's called. And we're gonna make videos on the whole range, different uses, talking about ins and outs, pro uses, blah blah blah. And he's really gonna get me a head start on it. It's great stuff. I understand why it's the choice for the pro musician. It's missing the last 1 or 2% for me to be really rock and roll, but for the fusion player, the ambient player, the metal player, for many people it's perfect, but that's the thing, it's absolutely perfect. And for rock and roll, perfection sometimes isn't what you want. Studio One version 7. $149 upgrade, $199 full price, seems bullshit. Sorry, that seems massive bullshit. Hey Leslie, we got $3.50 for dog food. From Michiel. He brought dog food, literally physically brought dog food. But can we use that to buy more what do we need? Bull treats?
For Snoopy?
Yeah, buffalo treats, because he's allergic. Because I don't have any treats for Snoopy. I'm all out. What stands for quality instrument in terms of steel string? Considering by Furch Blues Series as a first real acoustic guitar. That's a good choice. Furch makes amazing guitars. I think in the absolute mega top range, which I'm getting one in, the Rainbow series, there are other companies who are equally good or have different flavors. But honestly, in that blue, violet, all that range, pretty damn amazing. They have a thing that they're announcing now about a new neck angle thing, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet. which should be in the guitar that you're getting when you buy it. Oh, waity. Waity. Oh, like an idiot, I upgraded. Of course you did. And I would too. What are you going to do? Some software you use, you want the upgrade. And you throw them the money. You can't bitch about it. Wait, what was that comment I just read? Yeah, I feel the Nano Cortex just makes you play more. Because no display. Just put it on the table. How much gain do I want? I mean, what am I playing right now? I don't know, bank 1.5. I mean, I happen to know that's one of my profiles. But usually, you just go find a sound and then just you play. Instead of, let's hook up software, let's go through one of the 22,000 profiles or whatever. It makes you make more music versus other digital solutions. Also, an amp. And some combo in the room makes you make music, but of course that's loud. It might not be possible in an apartment. Blah 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 blah. So there's absolute reasons to play the digital stuff. And when it comes to the digital stuff, working without knowing what you're doing is an absolute bob send. See what I did there? Arthur, it's so nice of you to give me money. Didn't ask for it, but it's very much appreciated because those dogs are not cheap. Yes, I have tried Quilter Labs amps. I have a video on the direct one. Is it called the direct amp or something like this? The blue thing. Which is all analog and it has its benefits. It does need like a drive or something in front of it. By itself, it's a little bit weaker, but great concept, great features. And I use the Tone Block 200. I have that. Very cool for your modeler. By itself, a platform. You kind of need pedals in front of it. But if you need something very light, very loud, very small, and especially if you're playing cleans and you're a jazz guy or whatever, killer stuff. You put a pedal in front of it, play a rock gig. Is it a replacement for a real tube amp? No, it's not. But is it a super convenient solution for many uses? Absolutely. Greetings from Tiefenbach. Hey, Basti. Basti, I still have all your magazines. I haven't forgotten about them. Okay, so... oh, wait. Basti, you know, you fucker, you know what you're asking because we've done this. Okay, so Basti was here. Wait with your new questions, people. You need to hear the story. So Basti was here and dropped off some magazines so I could do more going through old magazine stuff. And we took the Lion from UA into the return of my D40 Rev. Just back into the return, meaning we were using the 40-watt power amp from that Rev. Could be any tube power amp, honestly. And that into a 212. And it sounded absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, you couldn't tell the difference whether that's an actual plexi or not. And then, because so many people want that setup, we took it into the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170, which is still 400 and something bucks for a 170 watt Class D power amp. And many people use that to make their modeler loud, right? And the Lion is a modeler. And all of a sudden, the life was sucked out of that sound. Gone was the, oh my god, I can't believe that's a modeler. Oh my god, that'll replace my plexi. The whole oh my god was gone. It was loud, but the depth, the heft, the dynamics, it was all gone. So the power stage, there was a flicker again, Leslie.
Yep, I saw it.
Just want to know which one of the lights it is and if it's the DMX again. Yeah, you know, studio issues. So the power stage is cool to make things loud, and I see people use them to, like, you know, a power amp to test a preamp pedal into, but I know how much life that Class D power amp sucks out of your sound. A lot. So Basti was here, and I would absolutely recommend taking the Nano Cortex with a let's see, go to the Nano Cortex. Just go to the IR section here. Turn that so all the lights are off and then the speaker is off. And then take that amp into a tube power amp, into any cab, and you're probably going to have a very, very good live rig. But you would need the return of an amp or something like the power station from Fractal, which I have up there, something with actual tubes, because trust me, that power amp makes all the difference when you amplify your digital gear. The power stage is being used by many people, but I'm pretty sure they haven't made the A-B comparison. Basti and I did, and I would hope that he comes back in the chat saying, yep, that's exactly right. So he was really just teasing me a bit, but that's really what happened. What is the meaning? What is the purpose of life? I said earlier not to ask me these questions. Thank you, Marcy. That's a old school reference there in the name. Marcy. Get it? It's from that show. Leslie, what is that show?
I don't know what you're talking about.
With the 3 girls and the 3 boys and they get married. 60s show, 70s.
60s? How old do you think I am?
I'm not saying you were alive back then, but everyone knows that. And I know how old you are. Pretty old.
Shut up.
How good do you think the Katana is? Hand on heart. Compared to cheap tube amps, it doesn't sound like a tube amp, but the Class AB power amp really makes a big difference in making it big and feel not digital. It's a modeler. But for $700, Katana Artist can make your model less loud. It can be stereo with a different Katana if you have that. It has a Bluetooth now. You can send Bluetooth audio through it. It's got so many sounds. It's got presets. It's got the speaker simulation, so the DI out is, they now have this air feel, which is okay, but it's pretty much like the one cab and you can move a virtual mic around. It's not the greatest amp or cab sim on the planet, but it's there and you can tweak it a bit. And as a all-in-one combo, I wouldn't get a Katana head, honestly, but get it as a combo. There's, of course, different variations with different features. I think starting at 300, I have the Katana Artist, and honestly, that, for the money, which is, I think, $700, does everything you need this thing to do, from the wedding gig, pump the acoustic through it, electric guitar, some backing tracks. It'll be loud enough to survive in any band. You could put your, one day, if you want to, take your Nano Cortex, Quad Cortex, Axe FX, go through it. It's a very, very flexible amp. Is it comparable to a good tube amp? No. Because look at the price. And look at the feature set. It's got all these effects and presets. It's honestly the solution that I would take to a rehearsal, to be prepared for anything, to a cover gig, because honestly, who cares at a cover gig, other than you yourself, if it feels like a tube amp? If you want to carry the big shit, go right ahead. If it needs to do the job, Katana 100, the small one, does the job. The Artist does any job. It's a great solution, and really, I think, cannot be beat by anyone. Line 6 is tried with a Catalyst. I think that doesn't cut it, not compared to the Katana. I think Blackstar was smart enough not to try to do something like this. So Blackstar makes lower wattage, smaller amps in a similar price range that do a tube amp. But I think anyone who tries to compete with the Katana is going to fail, because Boss is just leading there. Would ToneX be in the same ballpark as the Cortex? Tonally, absolutely. On November 14th, ToneX is adding effects So even ToneX 1 at $190 or whatever the pedal is will have built-in effects, 20 loaded profiles, 2 at the same time, clicky clicky. Not stereo. No, I think it is stereo out. I actually think it is stereo out. Can be powered by a USB power bank. Nano Cortex got nothing on ToneX, sound-wise or price-wise. The thing that sets Nano Cortex apart from ToneX and even the big ToneX pedal, what are you looking for, is that you can profile on it. It's got an XLR input, and you can literally take this, as I have it here, with the power bank on a stage, throw a mic in front of a cab, and 4 minutes later, walk away with it while it's still processing, and have that amp's sound in that box. ToneX cannot do that. Profiling or capturing on ToneX is complicated. You need a computer, you need software, you need hardware, you need an audio interface and all that stuff. And you likely need a PC because it needs an NVIDIA a GPU, it needs a video card from NVIDIA to do the AI processing. So on a Mac, it'll take an hour for anything to happen. Sound-wise, the ToneX 1, the little one, it'll do the same or similar things with 2 presets instead of 4. No app control, different features, but at about a third of the price. And now they added effects. So yeah. Simplicity-wise, it's simpler. And you also can't see what you're doing. So if you're going through the 20 profiles that you have on the ToneX 1, it's the same as the Nano Cortex. You don't know what you're hearing, and that's a good thing. You just play what you like. Mark guitar, yep. Using a Katana with an amp 1 is a good idea. Oh god, I guess I'm like way... Hey, Valeria's here. How is you? Alex is here. Alex, haven't talked to you in about 1 billion years. How are you? How's the cat? All that stuff. We should talk. Noodle, bite him. I would say he doesn't do that, but yes, he does. He nibbles. Okay, Frankie boy, you said that, and I said that in my Nano Cortex video, that people had a problem with the ToneX software, which is weird. It is a bit weird because there's the capture thing, there's the play it thing, and then there's the here's what's on your pedal. But if you get the ToneX 1, and you go to the here's what's on your pedal, there's what's on A, what's on B, and here are all the sounds. I'm a bit picky about software and user interface, and yeah, it took a few minutes, but I didn't really have a problem. However, Bernd Kills just told me that, do we have 150 people in here? That's crazy. Bernd Kills told me that he can never connect to the UA pedals, and the Bluetooth is absolutely horrible, and he fucking hates it, and he just started yelling at me. But I never had a problem with the Bluetooth side of the UA pedals. So we all have different experiences. So Frankie, I find that a bit weird because it's not the best UI in the world, but it's absolutely not the worst. I've seen much worse. I've seen UIs where on the more GTOS, that video is coming, I got to edit it tomorrow, big video on the GTOS guitars with built-in modeling, where it took me 40 minutes to just even figure out in the app how to get to how you edit amps. It's completely hidden. The most important thing in the app is something that you can't find. So, I mean, the guitar is the same as the my logo. Yeah, it's purple. Come on. Avi Shabat did that. Even says HP42 on here. That's nice. Oh, has anyone seen Leslie's Guitar of the Day? That's some good shit. If you want to know about guitars and really learn about stats and stuff, That's what you should watch. On Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Leslie's Guitar of the Day is going to be a thing now. We also have Thomas Brooks guitars coming up. We have a brand new Steve Vai Swirl and Chrome Boy. People keep bringing in guitars for Leslie to evaluate. So it's a series, it's content, and you should enjoy it because it's pretty good. And you know what? It's out of my hands. I let the lady do her thing, and I just upload it. Whatever she does, she does. So, sorry guys if I can't follow with all your comments here.
Noted. No licking.
So DMAC is saying, so with the Pod Express, it works. With the HX Stomp, it doesn't. Impedance? Output power? Output levels? Maybe? Wish I could help you. I don't know about guitar stuff. When will Pooh Ninja's gem, which is my gem, not his, be the guitar of the day? That's upstairs. Leslie, when are you getting upstairs?
Oh, that's gonna be a while.
That's gonna be a while, she says.
You have too many guitars.
I don't have too many guitars, that's not true. There's also some guitars upstairs that you've never seen in videos that you will find very shocking. The sins of my youth. Paul, hey Paul Bradshaw, am I using these slide lights right now? No. No. At the distance, which is about 3 meters right here, I would probably, for this light, in a completely dark room, I don't know if the slide lights would be able to cover that. This is an IP4 and an IP2 over there. Hey Leslie, turn the D off. Oh, that makes a huge difference. Wow. I wouldn't have thought that. So right now that's the IP4, that's a 2x1 panel, and that clocks in at about $3,500. So flip it around. Wow. Okay, that is interesting. That doesn't look like it's a lot of light coming from the side there. But turn both of them on again. And now the D off. It does make quite a bit of a difference. But why? Weird. It just, more back of the room. So the slide lights are killer when you have them relatively close. And I would just suggest the 3-pack because it makes you flexible, but at least 2. Tomorrow's rant, you can see the slide light at about 50% at about 1.5 to 2 meters away from me. I've been using them for the rants. They're super easy to set up, really light. You can put it anywhere. It's a super flexible system, and you can power them with a power bank for quite a while if you have a powerful power bank. It needs a 65-watt power bank, by the way. So now Valeria says Pooh, Pooh probably says Valeria, all that stuff. Oh my god, where am I? No, I'm sorry guys, I gotta go. I'm missing your missing lots of your stuff because I'm answering questions and then new stuff comes in. Contra Guitar Company, I don't even know them. So if I go there, hey, can you send me stuff? Here's the thing, do I know some manufacturers who are not as conservative as main brands? I do. Yeah. Hey, write me an email. So here's the thing. Some people are always like, can you review this? Review this guitar. Hey, can you have this on the channel? Here's the thing. A, I'm booked. I have the next 4 to 6 weeks work already cut out for me. It's sitting there. And I have to prioritize paid work because those dogs, that coffee, which is not Starbucks, by the way, shut your trap. It's just a plastic thing. It all costs money. The studio costs money. So yeah, I have to prioritize the paid work. And it's so easy to watch these videos and say, hey, can you review this? Yeah, okay. Then I write to this company. But I have to not just convince the company to check out my channel and realize I even exist. I also have to convince them to pay my fee and send me an instrument which might or might not go back. So it's a very difficult conversation to have, and acquiring new clients out of the blue because a fan said, oh, I want to see that review. It's nice that you want to know my opinion on things, but it's not as easy as just going, oh, I'll buy this, and then I send it back. I could do that, but I don't think that's fair to shops. And I can't just make one unpaid video after another. I can make unpaid videos, and I do it to help out companies, or because it's a cool topic, or because I'm really interested in a certain product. Yes, that can happen. But the thing is, with bills at the end of the month and the beginning of the next, I have to prioritize the paid work, which means that the unpaid work usually just sits there and doesn't get done. Someone asked me to do a push of his MIDI book, a great book on MIDI for guitar, really just answering all the questions that lots of you have about MIDI. And it's a great thing, and for a month, and I haven't been able to, get that in the queue and make it happen because I have to prioritize the paid work. So yeah, of course, I could contact that company, but it's better if they contact me and say, hey, we want to work with you. What are your terms? I know that's very materialistic of me, but it's also, this guy goes to the doctor once a week. That guy is old. We got another guy, with 3 legs in the grave and 5 cats. Leslie eats 2. I don't know why. Tag me with questions. That's a good idea. Thank you, Michiel is clever. I wish I could read all of the stuff. Can you go straight to a Studio Power amp? I think you could. It's technically a line level. Would I? No. I'd always want to have a desk in between. Hey, Oxy. Thank you, Searching for Tone. That's very nice to say. It's not true, but it's very nice to say. Oh, but, many people call me that, and it's pretty damn insulting. I don't know why you think that's funny. Yeah, Leslie thinks it's funny.
No, I think the food for Leslie and please feed Leslie.
Food for Leslie. Ah, okay. Sonja is here. Hello, Sonja. Sonja, I got the Motrix here, and I've already programmed it for, 2 thingsies. We should, the MIDI topic, that book that the guy wrote is very good. It goes into the strymons and everything. I'm gonna cover the Motrix thing, and we should definitely talk about Sonja's Fulcrum dual axis expression pedal, which is now available in a MIDI version. So if you don't have 2 expression inputs on your device, which most of you don't, unless you've got a Helix or XFX or Quad Cortex, those are really the only ones I can think of. What is this? Then now you have a dual axis MIDI version of it. At the bottom, you pick which continuous controller numbers you're sending. Really, really, really cool and absolutely worth getting. And with the Motrix, MIDI switcher. It has 2 expression inputs. I could actually, when it is capable, that's coming up, of MIDI input, have two axis expression pedals. Therefore, controlling. Taxi, wait. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Whee. Noodle, come on. On sits. On Platz. Therefore, controlling 4 parameters with 2 pedals. Get that MIDI thing, or get a Fulcrum. It's awesome. You're not allowed to slap me. Where are we? Wait, okay. I gotta go look for.
It's gone here too.
What? Brady Bunch, thank you. The Brady Bunch, Leslie. You know?
Yeah. I've never seen it, but
I've never seen it. But we know the Brady Bunch. Al Scott Music says I could get you a Leslie for Christmas, Leslie. Mark Holt, am I doing Gear Island this year? Oh God, I wish. Problem is, it would be the same island. I already booked it for 24, and we had to cancel it because I have to have my buddy Perfecto with me. First of all, he's a very, 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 very good friend. And secondly, for the Philippines, I need his massive organizing and star power there to get everything happening. And he was so massively bitten by sand fleas there, got some allergic reaction that still hasn't healed. So exposing him to the same elements again wasn't fair. So we had to cancel it. But we definitely want to do it again. We said, however, we might do it with a lot less video gear and just some vlogging pocket cameras. And maybe just pay for the island, not have companies pay for it, and not even talk about it. And just go to an island as friends. That might happen. My relationship to Framus is non-existent, and that's how I want it. Oh my God. Hope everyone's kicking goals. Haven't heard that, but that's cool. This place is filled with poo. That is correct. Valeria is copying the Mr. Goo link in the chat. Love you, Valeria. I'm in her house, by the way. She thinks it is her place. And she's not wrong. She did a lot in here 2 years ago. So thank you for that. Yeah, if you want the I always get asked, where do you get the sweaters? Apparently this is a sweater from some movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's, I don't know. Francis Ford Coppola, or what is this? Some mafia thing with a bald guy that wants to be me very badly. I don't know. Who's this? Who's that motherfucker? I don't know. So, you can buy these sweaters there, and yes, you get, I think, 20% off if you use my coupon code. I don't get anything from that, other than they keep sending me sweaters, which is good. I have over 100. Arthur, if you want to make simple changes on MIDI stuff, basic MIDI program changes is super simple. Your device has a MIDI channel. You address it on that MIDI channel, up to 16 channels on the same cable, and you send a program change. So you want to go to program 24, then you send 24. It might need 25 or 23, because sometimes it's off by 1, because some devices start counting at 0 to 127.
Noted.
Others count from 1 to 128.
Noted.
But knowing that, you should be able to do basic program changes. Control changes is a little bit more complicated, but also not that more complicated. It just means you can continuously control, it's called a continuous controller, a parameter, and you have to find out, let's say the Strymon does the delay mix on continuous controller 17. And then all you do is you send continuous controller 17, and then if you have an expression pedal sending 17, then that's how you control that parameter. So that stuff really isn't massively complicated. Each device has a MIDI channel. You send to that. Your transmitter and receiving device, they have to communicate on the same channel. And then program changes are just that. They change the program from 0 to 127 or from 1 to 128. You think it's Star Trek 4? What are you talking about, Michiel? What is Star Trek 4?
The movie on your sweater.
No, that's not Star Trek 4. You crazy? The Voyage Home? It would have whales on it. It would have Spock with a sweatband. It would have this. It would have the Klingons. It would have a bird of prey. That's not Star Trek 4! Which is, by the way, the best Star Trek movie. Except maybe the Abrams ones are really good too. But yeah, exactly. Brad's Garage. Guitar Garage. You haven't seen Pulp Fiction. Oh, Christoph. You buy everything, right? So funny, in many videos I say I don't know what this guitar player does, or I call Petrucci Mr. Jonathan Petrucci or whatever, and I'm reviewing his guitar and pretend that I don't know where he plays. I've worked with his freaking vocalist. And a lot of people, apparently I'm a very good actor, a lot of people are buying this bullshit, which is really funny. And I get a lot of hate comments, or, just like, what, you don't know Led Zeppelin, what's wrong with you? Or just someone today said, because I said, I don't know what Jack White does. And in that case, it's actually true. On the knife drop video, and then someone said, oh, Jack White would rock you against the wall. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry I insulted your favorite artist. Woo, boo. Have I seen Pulp Fiction? Yes. Do I know this is Pulp Fiction? Yes. Do I like the movie? Fuck no. It's garbage. No, it's not, but I don't like Tarantino movies, and then Leslie likes Tarantino movies. Then I have to watch the Tarantino movies, and there's lots of blood, and then Leslie's like, yeah, blood, and I'm like, I don't, and then I get sick, and then I faint, and then she's gotta pull me off the ground. It happens.
Give you a tampon.
No, you don't give me a tampon. I don't need tampons. Pulp Junction. You're so over pedals and tech? I can relate. Plug into an amp, make some friggin' music. It's fun to have certain things. Playing with the Nano Cortex, fun. I mean, all the toys are fun. But if they distract you from actually making music, what's the point? Well, fun, I guess. Look, to each their own. I could just have whatever gear works and make music all day. I just happen to be someone who's evaluating gear for a living on YouTube, so therefore, I kind of have to fiddle with the toys. Could I do without them? Yes. Do I need the pedals? No. Do I need all the amps? No. Could I get by with a lot less? Yes. Oh, Aaron's here. Where is he? Leslie is not right, Michiel. Shut your trap.
I'm always right.
You're not always right. Just because you have that mug that says Mrs. Always Right. Where'd you get that, by the way? X, why are you eating your feet? What else do we have? Don't know what Pooh Ninja is talking about the Muppets. PG movies are the way to go. For me, Steve! 60 Cycle Steve. What was I gonna say? About the Muppets. I did a rock version of Rainbow Connection. Possibly the most beautiful song ever written, ever. Performed by a good friend of mine, Mr. Kermit the Frog. And he's actually singing on my version as well. Very difficult to make that rock, because it's in 3/4 shuffle. So you can't really go away from that, but you don't want to know about any of that. That's going to be on the channel soon. Rock version of Kermit the Frog's Rainbow Connection. Amazing song. Oh, is there still time to really make music, my own songs? Very, 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 very little. I have to find a reason to work on something, which is usually using a piece of gear within that song that I'm doing. If I just say I'm working on music and I'm not going to use it for the channel and I'm going to use whatever makes sense for the music, which of course makes the most sense for the music, I can't justify the time. So when I did that Unite song, for example, I recorded it with the Nano Cortex, I recorded it with the Knuckles from UA, I recorded it with the Black Star Series 1, which is standing right over there, which is coming up. And so I got, and the guitar, so I got pretty much 4 different products into that video. Well, I recorded it 3 times, actually. 4 times? I think 4 times. Yeah, with that Gear for Music guitar as well. So I had to record it over and over, but I have to find a justification to get gear that I'm reviewing into the music that I'm doing so that it's not wasted time. Because otherwise, it's really just for fun. Because what am I going to do with the music? I have albums and albums sitting on my hard drive that nobody's ever heard because nobody cares. And I'm not going to put it on Spotify so that people hear it for free, because that's not the whole idea. The whole idea is musicians get paid for their work. But those times over. You just farted. You just went, pfft. I heard it.
I heard that in here too.
That's funny, Al Scott. Mr. Ron Mexico is here, and yes, I acknowledge you. I now see you, and yes, and Mr. Ron Mexico. That actually that song is in a guitar video. It's called "The Fuckets from Connecticut." Mr. Ron, I thought about you the other day, and that we haven't talked in a long time. So back in the day, 2003 maybe, something like that. I was playing Far Cry with a bunch of idiots from New England, from Connecticut. There was Headless Twinkie, and that was Chris, I think, and Monkey Tree Hugger, and they were their online handles. And there was Mr. Ron Mexico, who wasn't from Connecticut. He was from Seattle. And I wrote a punk album. And so I wrote a song about playing Far Cry with the Fuckets from Connecticut and Mr. Ron Mexico. And it's a fun song, and that actually is in one of the harmony guitar videos. I'm extremely proud of that song, because it's fun. It's fun punk. I would. Nah, I can't find it right now. But maybe next time I'll play that for you. Hey, Herbie. HH Premium one with Hyperion and but I don't know that model. I feel a Prestige is always gonna be the better guitar over a Premium. In that case, in that very specific case with those pickups, it might not be. But if I can go for a Prestige, I would go for a Prestige over a Premium, unless you cannot find what you're looking for in a Prestige. Then go for the Premium. If you don't feel comfortable with it and music doesn't happen, Send it back. Okay, so my thoughts on Behringer's Fassbender. Keeley Fassbender. There's the original Fassbender from Don't Even Ask Me Who's That. And then Warm Audio did one. And why does it have to be that big? And that's just stupid. Nobody needs that. There are enough of these pedals out there in much smaller. Warm Audio does these things in bigger. I'm actually going to review their 1176 and Chorus. They go very classic with the look and very big. But nobody needs a Behringer Fassbender, because these things already exist from other companies in better, or you can actually get them in smaller and more modern and more usable. If you actually want the classic look with the big, and I couldn't care less. And I'll try to avoid Udi's products as much as possible, because ethics and him and blah, 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 it's not the best guy in the world. If I can, I'll try to not do anything Behringer, but they do have some really good products, like the mixers. The Wing series is very good. Tough to avoid those if you want something that's halfway affordable. TC products are tough to avoid because they're brilliant. I've got the 2290 sitting right over there. So yeah, sometimes you gotta dance with the devil a bit. Amanda. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, because I haven't live streamed, and apparently all you do is watch live streams. Leslie, that's more of a question for you from Searching for Tone.
Huh? What?
Does anyone know how to get a tiny dog who doesn't know his place to stop chewing on his brother's collar? His brother is a dog, in case you thought I was a sick individual. Whenever I'm making my ToneX video, don't know yet. I put it on the table the other day and looked at the thing you did, but it was going was making funny noises. I might have to completely reset it, or it's broken. So that's why I haven't gotten anywhere with it. Does the market lack innovation? The guitar market. Honestly, there is innovation, but a lot of guitar players don't want it. This thing is perfection, and it's tradition. There's nothing mind-blowing about this other than that it's very, very, very well done, right? We don't necessarily need innovation in guitars. If you want innovation in guitars, Strandberg's done it. Strandberg guitars are innovated from top to bottom. The modern, different neck shape, I mean, so much different stuff. Great. That exists, right? If you want innovation, you've got the more GTRS guitars, which I will be, videos already filmed, reviewing next week. They have built-in modulus. But then you're going to say, well, but I'm not going to buy a guitar that's dependent on an app that in 5 years might not be supported anymore, and all of a sudden my guitar is not functioning. This will function, if I treat it nicely, in 50 years. Just as good or better. And a guitar that needs an app might not be editable anymore. Not edible, that's this. Editable. Okay? So how much innovation do we want in this type of product? I feel that what Moore has done with the GTRS, I feel Neural should do with Strandberg. Now imagine a Strandberg that has the Nano Cortex built in. I thought about it. I don't know yet how many controls and how to... I mean, probably not this, but maybe just a little this. I don't know how to do it. But size-wise, you could absolutely put a Nano Cortex in a Strandberg. And it's the type of modern product that would belong in a modern guitar. And that would be innovation. It's technically, it's the same thing that Moore has done, but in a more high-end modern guitar with a more high-end modeler. But other than that, what innovation do we need? Do we need more modern things to make music? They exist. They're called synthesizers. Breath controllers. I mean, it's all there. I don't know if the guitar player wants more innovation. I think... Same with music. Give me a sec. Innovating in music, writing new things, new scales, different scales, let's do things differently, doesn't necessarily result in better music. Sometimes tried and true is the way to go, but you gotta do it well. This is tried and true. There's nothing original about this. But it's done extremely well. Can I help you? Come here, Exy. He's getting older. Right, Exy? So, yeah, so much for innovation. I don't think guitar players want it. The aero guitar is very innovative. It is! Exactly my point. Oh god, we got Landon Bailey in here. Hey, Landon. Yep, Wobbler's got a new pedal. Yeah, Arthur is right. We have everything we need to make music. Whatever you got to make music is what you need to make music. Just make music. It's really, honestly, about the notes. If you play the right notes, whatever you got is going to do the job. And if you play the right notes on whatever you got, is going to captivate people, is going to make them follow you every note, every word. But it's about writing the right music. And for that, I could suggest the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting, a 52-hour journey through the world of songwriting by myself and my good friend Rafael Cano, available at spectreacademy.net. Yeah, get that. Honestly, it's probably a much, much, much better investment than the next overdrive pedal. It's going to cost you as much as a boutique pedal. I think it's $299. But honestly, it'll catapult what you do on your instrument. Not this, not the shreddy stuff, but your understanding of harmony, melody, interaction between them, using lyrics to adequately express what the music is doing, using the music in a way that it's probably a much better investment than any new guitar or amp you can possibly make, especially in the sense that I get some of the money because it's my course and then I can eat. So for me, it's a much better investment if you make that investment. Hey, Rumi, thank you. Okay, Soundwave. So pretty much, what speakers do you need for a home studio? Thank you, Michiel. Okay. Phew. My honest answer, with studio speakers, quality does go up quite a bit in price, with price. So, spend more money, get more precision, get more resolution. Really what I've learned I hate that lesson because it's no fun. That treating your speakers to your environment, meaning measuring your listening position and having the speakers give you an adequate sound of where you're sitting, is key. My studio is pretty well treated, but still, where I'm sitting, there is way more bass than there should be. So I need speakers that artificially take that bass out, so that what I'm hearing is actually what I'm hearing. Otherwise, I'm mixing stuff with not enough bass. Okay, I'm compensating in the mix because, yeah, okay. Or it's the other way around. So when I started working with these new Cali speakers, my mixes went like this. I mean, through the roof better. But they are 3,200 for the pair. However, my iLoud MTMs can do that as well, and they actually use the X Monitor software from IK Multimedia. And I know IK Multimedia isn't necessarily where you would go for speakers, but that software is pretty stunning. Now that dog comes in here. It's just an in and out of dogs. And I recommend IK is a great place to start because you can get the MTMs, the iLoud. I have them in every studio. They're small and they can be measured for your listening position. You can even get the micros. Valeria's got them, I got them. They're tiny speakers and you can measure them for your listening position. So if you only can put the micros on your table, do it. They're $600. If you can put the Mark IIs, iLoud Mark II on the table, they're about this big. Do it, measure for your listening position. It's not as much fun as what they would usually sound like because it'll probably take out low end. It'll probably boost or cut some mids. It's gonna sound exact, which is what you want to do a better mix. And so that's one option. You could also get a good set of Calis, the IN6 or 8 or whatever they are called, a very, very fair price. And, well, now you're going to complain again. And the new audio interface from Universal Audio. Because the X2, X4, and the X8 and the X6 or whatever they're called, the new generation, in the new console, you can actually get Sonarworks speaker treatment. So it's actually built into the audio interface and the console to measure and change the sound of your speakers. So anything like this, even though it's not as much fun to listen to the corrected sound, that corrected sound, to me, drastically changed how I treat my mixes, especially in the low end. That's what I would suggest. Get something that you can calibrate. Now I missed a lot of stuff again. What drama? What's happening? What am I missing? Stop selling studio slots to Landon. What's happening? What the? Yeah, Amanda, stay out of it. Michiel and Valeria are silly. They're silly gooses. Hey Herbie, if you mix with your headphones and what comes out is something you like, then way to go. Sometimes you have to mix with your headphones because, you know, of reasons and where you live and things and families and stuff. No, you cannot show me pics of blue guitars because Landon Bailey got this custom shop heritage, stunning flame top in an amazing blue, and he keeps showing it to me. And I'm extremely jealous. I have very nice guitars, but I'm very jealous of that guitar. So no, shut your trap. We're going to have to stop this at some point. Oh, God. Because Leslie and I want to go on the couch. She's dying to finish Ninja Warrior Germany with me. Right? No. No? I love watching Ninja Warrior Germany. I think I could probably do well in that show you know, jumping, grabbing things, because of all the muscles I have and all the sportiness I have in my body. I think I would do well in a ninja parkour. No? Leslie says I wouldn't. I disagree. I think that sport's made for me. But yeah, we're gonna go cut this short. Steve Stellacci got a custom heritage as well? What the crap? Look, I've got 3 of them and they're beautiful guitars, but I want that blue one so bad. I'm amazed that 122 of you, 25, 20, 150 at some point were in here. We're gonna do this Saturdays now, as long as you guys tune in. We're gonna have to find a way. Maybe it's Andrew. Now Andrew is here. What, Andrew? How are you awake already? Go to bed. You're in Australia. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Steve knows how to do these live streams. I don't. Hit the likes, exactly. But now that we've got this set up here in the studio, and it's relatively easy to get a stream started, and we've got the stream key thing happening, and I made the bug and all that stuff, it should be fairly easy to do high-quality live streams, which is always, you know, for me, that's something I'm very concerned with, that one of my live stream still feels like it's an actual video. I hope we got that accomplished. How is the guitar sound, by the way, if I'm playing? Let me know. Is this coming through? It's, of course, also coming through the mic. Oh, haha, that's horrible. We're gonna go through this, and then what do we have here? Guitar is too loud, really? Okay, I'll turn that down. Fully in tune here. But luckily this thing can tune. Ooh. That's a Shabbat Puma. It's one of my favorite guitars that I have, and I'm not an offset guy, and I'm not a this tremolo guy, but holy crap is it good. Well, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. Collect your questions during the week if you have questions about the videos during the week or stuff I've done. Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm at Thomann filming new Cyber Week content. It's going to be a fun video. So if you have any questions, collect them during the week. We'll be answering them on Saturday evenings. I'm thinking probably not at 8. We just did this today because we visited a cave and didn't know when we'd be home. You know, a cave. Sometimes you gotta go spelunking. What do you call it when you go visit caves? But maybe, Leslie, what do you think? 7? 6:30? She doesn't know. I'll let you know you'll find out. We'll make this a regular thing. Why not? And that being said, I would say animals at the end, but animals all the way through the video, and I think that's how we're going to keep it. I would say we'll bring in some of the cats, but that's probably not the best idea, right, Leslie?
It's not Sunny, he poops in here.
Not Sunny, he poops in here. Not Bagheera, she scratches in here, so we have to catch one of the others. Sorry I couldn't get to all of your... No, the cave did not have otters, Michiel. Sorry I couldn't get to all of your questions. We'll find a better way to do this. Best way to do it is put in $1 so I see it. Not because I want the money, but that way I actually really see it. Also, money. No. Thank you so much to Michiel, Valeria, and Amanda in that order, because that's the order that you came in, not the order that I love you in. Okay, it's very different.
Hi, Andrew.
Leslie says hi, Andrew. Why? Because, oh. Thanks for watching, and see you next Saturday. Now you hit the stop button, Leslie.